Straight like that. Straight like that.
People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. Funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk. Funky.
Dance.
People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. Funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk. Funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. People always eat junk, especially when they're funk and drunk. Funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk, funk and drunk. Funky.
You're my heartbeat, my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel the love that James Brown did when he got standing ovations on his gig. I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opens
Matcherino gives you the power to directly support your favorite tournaments and gaming scenes. Head over to this tournament's Matcherino page, sign in with your Twitch account, and if there's a coupon code, donate $1 for free by entering it. To help the prize pool grow even more, you can add a personal donation that will go directly to the players. You can also check out the rewards. If you see something you like, you can buy it and support the event. Rewards can be purchased through PayPal or with points that you accumulate by watching the stream. Best of all, contributions edge closer to the stretch goals, providing extra content for fans if the goal is reached. Esports communities are growing with your help. Get more of what you like by supporting now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paragon Fight Night, Season 2, Week 3.5. I'm Huddy, along with...
Sir Winkleton here. How you guys doing? Right now, looks like we are having a blast here. I am not partially Sylphin, though, if you can give me a quick name fix up there, Huddy.
Oh, no.
I know.
No.
Apparently some people think I look like him, but nah, I swear I'm not half Sylphin, guys.
I honestly, I left it up there because you are his bastard child. You are
Lies and slander.
You are Sylphin Snow. Guys, just let me know how the levels are. Doing a totally new audio system. Everything that I put in is completely different. So if anything sounds off a little bit, just let me know and I'll change it. We're going to be casting Infinite versus Guile Esports. They played last week. Bunch of reschedules again this week, so we had to change it up a little bit. But before we get into that, just say hello. How is everyone? Happy Thursday, Paragon Fight Night. Turn myself up. That's a rarity. But I can do that. That's a little too loud. Let me bring it right there. All right. Hopefully this is a little better. Hopefully. All right, and my green screen is acting up. This is just a wonderful, wonderful day. So, Winkleton, how you doing today, buddy?
Not too bad. Been a long day. Been going the whole time. Had all of my labs from every single class today. I'm in college right now. And been working on homework since then. But still have time for Paragon Fight Night because it's a blast to cast.
If you guys haven't yet, make sure that you are using the exclamation point and Matcherino code. Let's get this prize pool up. We should be over $75 this week. Those codes refresh every single week. So make sure you're using those. But I think we're ready to jump right into the draft. What do you think, Winkleton?
Let's go for it.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, the draft is yours, sir.
Okay, yeah, we got Guile versus Infinite here. Guile on the left, Infinite on the right, as the names say. I haven't heard a huge amount about Infinite throughout all these games, but Guile has had a great showing before and has ranked moderately well throughout multiple PMLs and even taken a victory before as well. It's always a blast to see these guys play, and I'm expecting, once again, the Muriel prioritization here, whether it be forcing the pick or forcing the ban. Either way, going for the Muriel. They're taking Grux out of the way here. You want to get rid of that AoE CC can be very, very detrimental. We see a lot of people going for like a Hyper Tank plus a Grux, so your Sev Grux, Ramp Grux, because the Hyper Tank in themselves can frontline a fair amount, but Grux is the one that pulls people in. He repositions the enemy team and brings the fight to you. Wraith banned by Infinite, giving over the choice of Muriel or the better Hyper Tank, in my opinion, which would be Rampage here. If I were Guile, I'd be picking up Muriel. I just think she gives a little bit too much to the team fight. In addition, you can bring Bruisers to the realm or near the realm of a Hyper Tank until a very, very late game. And after that, if Infinite grabs both Hyper Tanks with Grux out of the way, they're actually kind of making it a little bit hard on themselves with that Grux ban. It's sad to see, but they can probably find a workaround. Yeah, Muriel's just a little bit too strong to leave by the wayside for another pickup because of it.
Muriel! Sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. She deserves some fanfare for how strong she is right now. Leaving her on the wayside, I think, is a little bit too much because if you leave her there, you're then giving over a Hyper Tank and Muriel. They forced themselves into a little bit with the Grux ban. I would have preferred some other secondary ban if you're trying to force them to give you Muriel, then picking up Grux if you can. I think it would be helpful. Unless Grux got some hidden buffs I don't know about that make him extremely OP right now, Deathcrawler Grux style.
Yeah. No,
I
I think
wasn't
it's
expecting it. Okay, yeah. So then Faye picked up by Infinite first pick. Probably Ramp second choice would be my guess here. Huddy, who do you prefer, Sev or Ramp?
um offlane Sev is just so strong. So strong. He wins so many. Getting that early game health regen and just getting those stacks up. He's able to go up. Rampage is counterable. Being able to use the blight and or amplification engineer. But if yep, there it is, Sevarog. I was gonna say, but then
Yep,
again,
there's
with
the Sevarog
Faye
pick.
already there.
I mean, they've already picked up the Fae.
Mhm.
Personally, I like Ramp just for the physical presence in a team fight. The ult itself gives you so much just zoning in general, along with the intimidation factor there. People inherently think, oh no, Godzilla, I must shoot. And
Godzilla!
because of that, it buys you, whether it be just like half a second or a second, focus will shift there. I mean, Sev is extremely strong as well, don't get me wrong. I just prefer Ramp. Seven, this does make sense though with the Fae. They're giving over Rampage, definitely giving Guile a very strong tower dive comp here. I would be afraid of it. Rampage going hard into tower, tanking a few shots, Muriel then shields, he heals back up. It's not, definitely not pretty to watch. I'm worried about the mid lane pick. They could pick it up right here and then wait to counter pick with the duo lane, but with Wraith off the table, I'd be wanting. They already have their Muriel. I would leave mid lane for the last round and pick up your
Get your.
I'm actually no. I'm on the fence on that.
Carry.
I don't know.
I would get your carry.
I would just get your carry here.
Get your carry.
Yeah.
Get who you want. Get your strongest carry.
Carry mid lane. Leave solo for last pick.
Yeah, there's too many that can rotate in. You still got Kwang for solo lane. You got Steel for solo lane, and then there's the Revenant pick, the snowball ability to go in early and often with Muriel. That's gonna be tough to counter.
Oh yeah, no, they are going entirely tower dive now. Revenant with that Reckoning then lets him go even farther under the tower into enemy territory. Muriel shielding lets him overextend and really compensates for the lack of trade potential he has after he fires his fourth shot, at which point you're reloading and you're really just a sitting duck for the enemy team to poke you down during the little bit of time it takes for you to reload or to retreat while you're doing that. Muriel can overshield you there, buy you time to continue trading. Really a great combo in general, both being extremely strong. Riven Murdoch got nerfs a patch or so ago.
Yep.
Still top tier. By far, Wraith is a little bit better due to the buffs, which is why we're seeing so many bans with his reposition, but Rev is up there by, oh, baby. Crunch coming out from Infinite. This is probably a Crunch jungle, since, like you were saying, Sev solo lane just stacks so much better. I'm expecting a Crunch jungle out of this as well. Crunch is more of a pocket pick. He's not S tier. I like A- at most, in my opinion. But if you know how you play it, to play him, you know positioning and your team works with it, it can be deadly. I had a game earlier where the Crunch literally carried the match for us because of his positioning and ability usage. But Narbash coming out as well. We haven't seen a lot of Narbashes. He's been falling by the wayside when compared to Muriel and Zinx. Zinx with the chain stun being so prevalent, along with the slow, she's up there, and Muriel being Muriel. But Narbash is still that general all-around good support. I know I enjoy having a Narbash with me. If they know what they're doing, the thunks can be nasty. The heals are in lane sustain are great for an aggressive style of poke. Kwang coming out for Guile, safe bet. You're going into a Sevarog. It's going to depend on the level 1 engage. Who takes that away, I think, is going to set the tone of the match most definitely. If Kwang can assert enough dominance in that lane to put Sevarog on the back foot, we're going to see him taking leaps and strides above Sevarog. But if he gets shoved out of lane right away, Sevarog is going to get his feet under him and start running. Not something you really want to see happen that much, especially with a hyper tank like Sevarog that can scale based off those last hits, based off kills. Last pick is the carry for Infinite. I mean, Murdoch, I think, is the easy pick here as well. Belka comes out from Guile. Belka being not a hard counter, but somewhere between a moderate and a soft counter for Faye. In my opinion, the idea being that you focus your drone instead of your knockup, instead of your bomb. You already have a 1.2 second stun on that knockup, so it can be nice to have more, but it's not entirely necessary. Focus your drone, get the mana drain up, and get the damage up from it as well. So Faye comes in, Faye engages, drop the drone. She deals plenty of damage to herself because of her combo-like nature, and a Grim coming out from Infinite.
What?
They are running some OG duo lane.
Is this
like
an inting going on right now?
It feels a little bit like it. They got Narbash Grim. That's very interesting. Not something we see a lot, honestly. I'm not against it. I just think into a Revenant, someone who spikes so hard so early, they're going to have issues, especially with a Muriel. Narbash Thunk isn't the fastest, or the ability with the quickest cooldown time. So I don't know. What are you thinking, Huddy?
I like Guile. Guile is pure meta pick right now. They have the CC train, Kwang, Tether, Rampage, Rock, Bellica, Seismic Assault, Muriel Shield going on top of Rampage with 300 plus health regen. That's going to be tough. And Revenant being able to take whoever he wants out of the fight to 1v1 him, which if he gets to level 12 and gets that ultimate and all those abilities upgraded, he's tough to win one-on-one. They have no one who could counter him one-on-one.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I think Guile takes the duo lane. Jungle goes for Guile as well. I think Ramp is stronger than Crunch. Just Crunch, if you don't engage properly, you don't use your abilities properly, you're going to get caught out and picked. So Ramp is definitely stronger there. And then on top of that, Sev, I give Infinite solo lane, I think is a little bit better than Kwang. Mid lane, if Bellica on Guile can keep pressure up and then watch the waves properly to keep Faye from rotating, because Bellica is not going to be able to hard win this lane, I don't think, as much as you would expect, or as much as you would want to in a lane that you need to like thoroughly dominate, otherwise Faye is going to go off the chain. But she needs to be able to keep pressure up there to keep Faye from rotating, because Faye, with her ultimate, can be extremely impactful from rotating to the duo lane, to the solo lane, and starting to snowball over there. And when you're playing against someone like when you're playing with someone like a Sevarog, if you get a Sevarog ahead, then he can start rotating and start snowballing. So they're gonna need to watch that most definitely.
It will be interesting. I'm loading into the game right now because it may or may not have crashed. I won't say if it had or hasn't. But guys, I do want to just say that I have to turn this off. I started my weight loss challenge this week. I'm doing okay. I got the Herbalife shakes in. I will be losing 100 pounds this year with a goal of 2 pounds per week. And the cookies and cream shake is actually really good. I'm not going to lie. The cookies and cream is really good. The vanilla is really good. And something else I'm doing right now is a juice drink. It's a beverage. Can't really see it. Beverage mix because it happens to be green. It's actually pretty exciting. So if my mic's a little low, I'm really, really muted, huh? I will fix that in a second.
But yeah, no, it's definitely exciting. You're going forward with this, and you said your goal. Did you say your goal yet?
Yeah, 100 pounds. 2 pounds per week.
100 pounds in a year, 2 pounds per week. It's definitely something awesome to aim for. And I can't wait to see how you do, man.
All right.
It's always good to see someone taking charge of their health.
It's interesting. For the first time ever, I'm being asked to turn up my microphone. Which is weird.
He's going to regret that when we get in the middle of a team fight.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. I think what I'm going to do, just to offset it, give me 1 second, I'm going to turn you down slightly.
Makes sense.
And then go like that, because when we get into the team fights, the Hudinator starts going nuts. All right. Shenanigans. Do we really have shenanigans as a thing? I think we do. I will turn it up. My phantom power's on. I don't know why. Anyway, well, I'll worry about that later. I'm at 7 seconds in game. Are you ready?
You know I am.
All right. Let's do this. And 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paragon Fight Night, Week 3, Season 2, Infinite versus the one, the only, Guile Esports. Why don't you go ahead and introduce everyone on both sides for me?
Over on the left side here on Team Infinite, we have Scruffy. On that Faye mid, Fathom, rocking the Sevarog, forgot his name for half a second. Ian Fidalgo on the Crunch jungle. I am Solemn, almost mispronounced it, on the Narbash support, and Kylum on the Grim.exe. Definitely unexpected. On the other side, we have Ghost on that Revenant, Azzy rocking the Bellica mid, Idoc with that Rampage jungle, Louisier on the Muriel support, and Regal. That colorful Kwang skin, I like it.
It's so pretty.
It's so
pretty. Hopefully everything sounds good, guys. Let me know. I did move a little closer to the microphone. I'm just hoping I don't clip when I get really loud, but I will play with it later. Hopefully everything is now a pure digital signal when there was some analog mixed in before. So I'm definitely going to give the early advantage over to Azzy Bear. Perk is what?
I mean, we're talking mid lane here.
Yeah.
Let's see. What ability did Azzy started? I can't really tell.
I'm assuming he's going to start with a Seismic Assault. Gives him a little bit of peel if he gets in trouble for moving up early. There's really no need to walk into an early game Faye with her ability to hit you with the nettles and get infinite mana. So, and Scruffy started with the Bramble Patch. Interesting.
Yeah, definitely. No, it is level 2 at this point.
Okay.
He hit the Harvest Noodles and the Bramble Patch there. Did it when Azzy was cutting the wave. Azzy cut the wave one direction. Scruffy immediately cut him off and started poking down. So Azzy is down to 50 health here at a bit of a deficit. But yeah, like you said, early game going to Azzy, I actually prefer Scruffy here. Like, until Azzy gets that drone level 2, I think Scruffy can exchange very favorably. Scruffy has lower cooldowns as he hits a Seismic Assault or misses a Seismic Assault, and Scruffy can start going to town, poking Azzy down. Once Azzy, Belica matchups against mid laners usually are determined for level 5, but IDOT coming mid for a game.
IDOT coming in, he's going in, he's diving the tire. Seismic Assault with a Void Bomb, finish him off. Nice job by Azzy getting that early game kill. IDOT having to fall back into the jungle with only a little bit of health. Hopefully able to, yes, he is able to get away.
But they got the kill. That's what matters. The tower dive was successful, and the big thing here that we saw was kind of something that's a little bit underrated. The damage that green buff does when it pops. Because Belica did a fair amount of damage from the knockup and the bomb. But the popping green buff also gave just enough burst as well to finish it off when they need to. Infidago jumping down and just saying hi to Azzy as he walks away.
So I found out just the other day that there's a little bit of BM going between Infidago and Meds. Infidago and Team Infinite have been calling out Meds, saying that he's a better fragger than Meds is in the jungle.
Ooh,
just saying.
Baby.
Putting that out there.
Okay.
Putting that out there, guys.
So the gauntlet has been thrown proverbially. Let's see if he can perform up to those standards. But yeah, we said mid lane we're kind of disagreeing on who gets what, and I mean with Belica taking the lead here, getting this kill and getting ahead, I really think Belica now has a great strength here. But the Infidago going for gank out to the left lane.
Infidago going for it, missing, going to Ghost, trying to get away. Here he goes. He's running. Nikes are on. Kylem's on. They're rotating over. So Songlight people going in, trying to get a little bit of that heal going. Ghost was able to back off and get away and be safe. Very nicely done. A gank turned into a counter rotation, and we're gonna see. I believe did he go? No, he's still an exoskeleton. Ironically enough, putting pressure into the tower. You have. But the one thing that people do forget with the big meta right now where you're seeing a lot of Zinc support, which is amazing that we don't have Zincs in this game, is Narbash does have the ability to heal you. It is a passive with a thunk, so it says he should be strong, but he's just too squishy in my opinion, IMO. You know what I mean? I think.
Well, I mean, it's the big issue of melee supports. I mean, in my opinion, my biggest problem with them. Previously in a 2v1 lane, you see you give like the options like, okay, he's melee, he can poke if he needs to. My carry's here to make the solo laner be afraid. But in a duo lane, that's not really the case. If the duo lane goes to ranged characters, they can just poke you down as much as they want the second you step up. So it really limits the range that you can engage in, limits the range that you can stun in, and limits your harass as well. So you don't see a lot of melee supports picked as much in this, in like the competitive sense. You don't see steals, you don't see Richters as much.
Ooh, Scruffy taking a Seismic Assault and a Void Bomb. Azzy doing a nice job trying to keep him down, forcing Scruffy to use as much mana as possible as he possibly can. I do like the Belica into it because it does force Faye not to use the high mana build, because that Neural Disruptor, when you do the high mana build, can start hitting for 1,000 plus in under 6 or 7 minutes at level, or I'm sorry, under 12 minutes before it's even fully leveled. Because with the mana and the compound and the ability to hit someone for 1,500 damage in under 12 minutes.
Oh yeah, it does hurt. And I mean, that's one of the things that Bellica matchups usually determined by level 5 on how far behind someone can set Bellica before she gets her neural disruptor. But I think this one was set a little bit earlier with that tower dive, giving Bellica the presence that she needed. She's now holding a little bit farther back, but watching where Scruffy is moving and Scruffy's engagements, being careful of the burst that Fetus have. If they can get that drone down before the full combo goes out, Azzy definitely has a leg under them.
As he's doing it, I like what he's doing. He has the lane frozen. His jungler's nowhere near him. There's no reason to go into a Faye combo right now. He's trying to bait Faye into it as we see Crunch moving in, Infidalgo getting ready to move in on a Lucier, and then decides to back off. Both teams being relatively passive. We're only 1 kill in 7 minutes into the game. A little bit different than what we're used to seeing in this meta right now.
Oh yeah, normally there's a little bit more aggression this fast, but as we say that, there's a 3-man rotation mid that does not pan out due to Fathom being spotted by IDOC.
Backing off, just setting up again.
I questioned the pathing slightly by that, moving into the jungle. He's trying to get a little bit of a closer route there, but at the same time, you don't see the enemy jungler. It's a 50-50 shot. I guess you go for it. If it goes one way, good for you. If it doesn't, nothing bad happens. I'm not sure, but
oh, nice. Fathom going in on Regal. Does hit him with the subjugate going in, trying to get the Sylphin, and Regal forced to use the Sword of the Heavens to try to just get a little bit of separation. And I like what Fathom does. Goes right in, gets the green buff, gets that health regen. We do see Edoc rotating over. Fathom Spidey Sense going off. Goes the long way back under his tower. No D-rushing. Crunch coming over. Infidalgo getting ready to go after go and backs off again. This is just XP and farm being loosed by Infidalgo. It keeps going over there and not going in and not being able to because they're not quite pushed up far enough. They're doing a nice job. Lucier and Ghost doing a nice job of not being all the way up and having a little bit of room to breathe as they come through that fog.
It looks like Grab little tower dive mid as the fly trap might save Scruffy's life. Yes, it will. IDOC forcing out the ultimate there. I mean, look at that. Look how close that was. Nearly another tower dive. The fly trap keeping Faye alive. On the other side of the map, Fathom going hard again. This is what I was saying. It's kind of termed a little bit by that level 1 engage. They broke even across the map, but because they broke even on level 1.
Look at the rock! He was able to hit Regal. Regal then turned. Oh, he turns in a Judgment of the Heavens. Was able to secure.
That was beautiful, actually.
I'm sorry, Fury of the Heavens. Whoop, flip-flop that. Nice that was freaking rock. Edoc doing a little bit of Kobe, coming over the end, hitting him through the wall, over by the gold buff to hit it, and then Fury of the Heavens, instant Kwang. Then he goes right into his Light of the Heavens, gets that extra armor, and was able to secure the kill. Here, oh, that's going to be an easy kill for Ghost. Alt right on top of Kylum. Kylum couldn't do anything. 1-2 dead. Rotating against Scruffy could be in a little bit of trouble. Just get hit with the rock. He is going to make seismic assault on a void box. Can't tell how much health he actually is. And as he able to secure the kill there, and Edoc was able to go in. So now it's starting to get a little spicy. People are
it's
a little hungry.
Seeing the prioritization we have here, IDOC's bouncing between that solo lane and the mid lane, which is a little bit more classical for this current meta. The solo lane tends to do better if you get it ahead, since it is a 1v1. You get one person farther behind, you get one ahead, take that tower, rotate, take mid, rotate, so on and so forth. But we see Ian Fidalgo doing a little bit different here. He's visited middle and he's visited duo lane. He's spending more time over there, going in for ganks as well, which isn't something you see happen as much. It feels like carries a little bit more unimpactful in this until later game, or if you're a Revenant when you get Death Crawler.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, but we have this Fangtooth coming out in a little bit of a collapse.
Going in, subjugate on Azzy. Azzy does the second shot. Here goes Miro, shields going on everyone. Fly trap pulling everyone. Infidalgo getting chewed up alive. Look at the single focus there by Guile Esports. They all turn and fought one person as he is going down, but they're chasing down Scruffy. Gonna follow Regal and Ghost. Does get the sword down. Scruffy going down as well. 1, 2, 3 in favor of one. In favor of Guile. It might have been a 4v1 by the time the timers went down, and I think
it was 3 for 3, I believe.
3 for 3?
Nope. I'm just blind.
Yeah.
I am just physically blind.
I saw 3 for 1. About to be. Oh, and he gets the bounty. Nice job. Hits him with the subjugate. Hits him with the ultimate.
That is 3 for 3. Ian fell, Scruffy fell, Fathom fell.
Okay.
Haha, I predicted the future.
Wall, wall, wall.
200 IQ right here, ladies and gentlemen. But we had a lot more pressure mid, and it was definitely an extended fight. Did we see who got the Fang Tooth? It seems like... I'm going to say Guile did, considering they have a 20k economy lead on my screen.
Yeah, I
feel like I'm having a glitch.
I'm definitely going to say it's Guile. I have not activated the replay. That's not my fault. So give us a few seconds. We'll put a replay. We'll fix some of these glitches in a little bit. As he going in, Scruffy, I have about a half-life. I'm assuming that's off. Right now, Lucier running for his life. And, or maybe not. Everyone is just a little glitch. It's a glitch party, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. But a little bit more focusing on that duo lane. And looks like Ian and Scruffy are rotating in. Possibly looking to shove this down or go for a tower dive. Why not a little bit of both, you know? It is a Muriel here, so she has a little more survivability. They're going to force down this tower and take the objective, rotate it over. They're looking to get their carry ahead, get Grim as far... I see the validity of this. They're trying to get Grim, who is more of a hyper carry, ahead and gimp Revenant as much as possible, because Revenant does spike very hard very early. You want to stop that, slow that down to a point that Grim can start to compete. So they're putting a lot more pressure in here, because Grim will lose this trade pretty handily as soon as Revenant gets a little bit of anything.
Meanwhile, in the solo lane, Regal and Fathom going back and forth, and it looks like Regal's starting to get a little bit of advantage. That passive health regen, the extra armor whenever he uses his ability, if he's able to time it right, he is able to withstand and have a lot of extra armor for whenever Sevarog's abilities come in. Whenever he hits the subjugate or hits the Sylphin.
Yeah, I mean, most likely it's going to be used to block the damage of a Sylphin. The duration of it got nerfed recently, actually cut in half. So because of that, it's not as strong, but it will save him a moderate amount of damage from one of the Sylphins in the exchange. I still think an extended exchange goes towards Fathom here, just the extra tankiness, the extra damage on his Q, plus the lower cooldown times on that Sylphin itself, which is a huge damage boon for him. But we have another Fang Tooth group.
Yeah, they're going after Fang Tooth right now. Infinite is going to be slowing infiltration. They do have the wards. Look at Guile's ward placement. A little deeper than we're normally seeing, but it's giving them more than the North, and they are going to secure that Fang Tooth going in right now. His Ghost, he's all over Ian Fidelgo. Fidelgo trying to get away, missing the rockets. Edok whiff. Looking like a few New York Yankees over there. Swing in this. So we do have 2-0 in favor of Guile right now. Going back in. Oh, Guile could be in a little bit of trouble there. There he goes. Deleted. Grim caught up.
I love
taken care of.
Love the Glycerin Dawn Bellica is running. That had, I'm pretty sure I saw Glycerin Dawn there. Replay is slightly good, you can't see the actual cards, but I love Glycerin Dawn in general. And another thing that on this match that you mentioned, the deeper wards inside that jungle. It's not something we see as much recently. We see a lot more defense.
Big rock to the face, seismic assault going on. And did he just... He just... What? Just... Son of a... What?
Yeah, a lot of CC, my friend, and it's like it's a tower dive team. We actually haven't seen that much many tower dives for what we would expect for a team comp like this. I mean, we see 2 mid and the 1 there, but their team comp really lends to it. Oh, sorry, and Revenant did it once as well with a Reckoning, from what we saw across the board. Fathom split pushing and taking down a T1 on the right-hand side during all this going down. But like I said, you mentioned the deep ward in the jungle. Recently, wards have been a lot more defensive around that duo lane versus offensive. And there's 2 ways around it. One, just having your support go in and ward a little bit deeper. Another way is running a little bit of a different build on your jungle itself, which it seems like Idok is doing. He is running the Order Growth build and immediately going for a Maling's Grace, which is more vitality intensive. It's the more vitality intensive version of Maling's Prayer, I believe. And it only takes you 2 intellect out of the way, gives you a fair amount more health, gives you overshield, and lets you buy wards as well, which if you go for an invade, you can then see enemy jungle rotations, you can see enemy jungle rotations into your jungle.
We got
Prime immediately played.
Prime at 16 minutes, 15:42. We do got an eye for Guile. Guile smells blood right now, and they want it. They're going to go in and try to swing this mid, open up the map a little more, and see if they get an objective. They're probably going to go for the T2 group, get the T2, and then by that time, if they don't get a pick or two, which I'm Solomon in all kinds of trouble right now, Enoch just diving him, absolutely obliterates him, takes him down. So there's the pick that they were talking about. Scruffy does hit the fly trap, pulls everyone in. Just no follow-up. No one's there to let him go. Scruffy was by himself at the T2, does get taken down. 2-0 in favor of Guile Esports. Private time going in, so they're going to take their time here. They have a full minute and 45 seconds left up front. Bellica throwing down the drone. And I do agree with this move by Infinite. They know they're working on defending. Just give up the inhibitor.
Well, I agree with it, but it's one of those things that's a little bit too little too late. They made the exact same mistake on their T2 tower. They stood there, they tried to kind of defend it when they can't. They're already behind economy-wise. They're behind, they don't have prime. Either delay by setting that wave previously and shoving out as far as you can, then back off, or just back off. And it cost them 2 picks. And
nice rock there by Enoch going in. Fathom is in deep. He's in a little too deep. Infidalgo is going in. He wants the ramp in it. I don't think he's going to get it. I'm staying over here. Muriel coming over the top. Infidalgo getting chewed up alive right now. 1-2 down right there. Ghost took almost no damage, but then again, we do have a couple clips here. They still have prime for another 45 seconds going in there trying to slow down. This will be a second inhibitor. Not sure why Fidalgo tried to frag some punch there. Definitely causing an inhib when they could have slowed in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, once again, it was them going for a fight when honestly, they're behind. You can go for these, but you have to make sure you're landing the picks. Fathom ended up ulting IDOC out of the way, which it's a rampage with ult, and what is that going to do? And because of that, he got collapsed upon, he got taken out of the picture, and it just went from there. Infidalgo went a little bit deep as well, and got taken out in the end. If you can't justify 100% getting that pick, and you can't say, yes, we'll be able to take this, like 90% of the time, play it safe. It's better that than lose your inhib, lose all 3 inhibs.
All 3 in him. Regal going at it with Fathom. Fathom just trying to slow him down, do anything he can. Fly trap on Ghost again. No follow-up for Scruffy. He's going to be taking out 1, 2, 3. Go down. Infidalgo going down next. Ghost standing up like the Robocop and just taking him out. Kylam trying to get away. Insult slow. He's going to go down. CC train, ladies and gentlemen. You're not going into a judgment of heaven. Team white, ladies and gentlemen. The Rock comes in. Guile Esports showing why they are in first place in Paragon Fight Night Season 2 in this pro division. Nice job, Guile. Very well done. And just for reference, Guile's in first place as of right now. Oxy's in second. I'm going to do a -10, +10. Long story
yeah,
short,
you have to do it for both of us because I didn't hit pause in time.
and my game froze. And just for reference, Archon's in last place in the pro division right now. So, in their defense, they had some family issues. They had to take some time out, and they couldn't play the matches. Because the matches are to be played every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do allow a reschedule once in a while, but you got to be here to play, right? You got to show up to play. Guys, ! Max Areno. No one has put the code in. It is free. Just put the code in that's under Winkleton right to my right. Put it in, use that code. Let's build this prize pool up a little bit. We saw Guile get ahead early and never let off. Just went to town early and often.
I mean, in the end, Guile got very, very small few advantages. The tower dive mid was huge, getting the Bellica that breathing space she needs to hit level 5 and start dominating her lane, and having a very, very strong foothold there. Regal was holding his own. He broke even. He got a good gank, and they did some work as well. In the end, the game was decided by a lot of over-aggression and over-commitment by Team Infinite. I mean, you can't say if they hadn't been out there trying to defend this T2 twice in a row, things would have got a little bit different because Guile took all 3 inhibs within 1 prime.
Yeah.
There was no delay. There was no base defense until that 3rd inhibitor, at which point it's nearly GG. It really feels like Infinite was overestimating their current standing. It's one of the things that you need to watch how you're doing watch the economy game, and look at builds before you decide to make really big plays like that.
It was just misplay after misplay. They dove too deep and paid for it. And when you're playing against a team at this skill level, they're going to take full advantage of it. Guys, we're going to take a quick 7-minute break. We'll be back for game 2 for Guile versus Infinite. Once again, exclamation point Maturino. Get in there and do that code. Take the 30 seconds. Let's build this prize pull up for the guy. We'll see you guys in just a few. Be right back.
That rhythm. That rhythm.
2 down right there. Ghost took almost no damage, but then again, we do have a couple glitches here. They still have Prime for another 45 seconds going in there trying to slow down. This will be a second inhibitor. Not sure why Paragon tried to frag some monks there. Definitely causing an in here when they put a slow down a little bit.
Matcherino gives you the power to directly support your favorite tournaments and gaming scenes. Head over to this tournament's Matcherino page, sign in with your Twitch account, and if there's a coupon code, donate $1 for free by entering it. To help the prize pool grow even more, you can add a personal donation that will go directly to the players. You can also check out the rewards. If you see something you like, you can buy it and support the event. Rewards can be purchased through PayPal or with points that you accumulate by watching the stream. Best of all, contributions edge closer to the stretch goals, providing extra content for fans if the goal is reached. Esports communities are growing with your help. Get more of what you like by supporting now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Paragon Fight Night, Season 2, Week 3. I'm Huddy GTV, and this is my non-zoomed in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Winkleton. Back. How are you, buddy?
Slightly ghastly, ghostish Winkleton over here. What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? I've ascended to the ethereal plane, but I'm still here talking with you. Hey, I mean, last game was it was something, wasn't it?
Honestly, it was a decent game started off, and then it was just like a trickle down. It got messy, and it cost Infinite the game. You saw.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It got messy, it got sloppy, and it kind, like you said, it cost them the game. It ended pretty quickly. I'm hoping we have a little bit more of a comeback here from Infinite. They get their feet under them, understand what went wrong the last time around, and start rolling.
Guys, before we jump into game 2, I just want to, again, let you guys, I hinted towards it earlier, but I had a little bit of audio issues. But I did start the Herbalife Challenge. I am going to be losing 100 pounds this year. I did partner with @Herbalife. So if you guys want to get some information, some coaching, some one-on-one, she is amazing. She helped me out, set me up with some stuff. I'm actually have one of the snack replacement meal drinks right here that I mixed in. It is a beverage mix, wild berry. I know it's hard to see because of the green screen, but I will be taking this and we will be tracking it every week. We'll be vlogging it, and it's all brought to you by Herbalife. We also have Matcherino, which you saw the commercial. It's a crowdfunding resource for esports organizers, tournaments, and streamers. So make sure you hit !Matcherino. Use those codes that are right below Winkleton. And let's build this prize pool up. It's free. Just use the code.
Oh, yeah. In addition to other sponsors we have, you can see that decal, that art that's phasing in and out through my body, my ethereal body. That and all of this around us is done by Sneaky Paragon. They do great work, great emotes, stream overlays, all of that. And we're proud to be sponsored by them and proud to have their work on display here. In addition, for some of those sweaty plays out there, we got Fade Grips for you. They provide the gaming community with an affordable and durable gaming grip. Get your grip on. They're a proud sponsor of us, and make sure to use the code capital PWR when you make a purchase for 20% off all orders. Beautiful. In addition, we got Sylphin. He cast with us last week. It was a blast. He's a Paragon content creator. He focuses on creating more educational, entertaining guides and videos on YouTube. Check out his stream. Check out his YouTube channel. Great guy, great caster. Definitely better than me, as we was pointing out in the chat previously. I love you too.
Who said that?
With that,
who should I even smack down?
With that, I'm down to start up this next draft to see who takes it away. You talked pretty big on Ian Fidalgo. I didn't see too spicy a ganks. I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't talk too big. Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just replaying the message. I'm the messenger. So, all right, let's jump into this draft screen. 3, 2, 1, the draft is yours. Let's see.
Oh, my draft. Give me a second.
Rip. Let me go back and I will refresh the page so we're on the same. Let me know when you're ready.
Good to go now. Sorry about that.
3, 2, 1. The draft is yours. Let's see if Ian Fidalgo and the newly formed Team Infinite can bounce back. Ian Fidalgo, a lot of you guys remember, was on the Sura Rage for quite a long time, but went off and did his own thing, and this is the team he brought together. So let's see if we can do it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely expecting Wraith ban immediately. Not really shocked that Wraith is banned here. They're probably going to be trying to pick up Hyper Tank first or Muriel first, like we saw previously. I'm expecting a more traditional carry this time. Revenant Murdoch most likely, optionally Sparrow, but probably if they prioritize it, it's going to be a Rev. That'd be my guess. Not really shocking there. Probably if they pick up one Hyper Tank, they're going to be picking up a secondary solo laner. I don't like having both hyper tanks. Protag and I talked about this Tuesday. I get a bad feeling in my gut when I see both a ramp and a Sev on the same team, because while they can scale very, very well, they're both two targets for focusing down and taking out the picture. But the Muriel ban as well, so we're just gonna have hyper tanks, boys. No overshielding, no holy angel from above here. But I'm expecting Revenant does come out. Not really shocked by that at all. Gal Esports should respond with a Faye pick, I would think, and a Sever Grux. You want to establish some of that front line right away.
Faye ramp.
And
Faye ramp.
Faye ramp, you think?
Faye. Oh, Severog Faye.
Yeah, no. Last game they didn't get the Sev and they got the ramp, and the games that I did cast of Guile, they bounce a little bit more. I like Sev as well. I don't think it's terrible here. I like a Faye Grux combo, Grux in the jungle, better than I like a Faye ramp. Personally, I like the reposition power of the Grux. It's a little bit more of a Wombo combo. So that's why I'm saying Sev, because if you have a Sev here and a Faye, you're going to be giving over ramp and taking Grux the next pick round. Probably Infinite will be picking up ramp here. You need to get the other big boy on your field. And they've already established their carries, so maybe they pick up... Solo lane is already established. Maybe they pick up a mid... They pick up support. Get support out of the way. Get priority pick on that. Grab Zinx. Yeah, grab Zinx if you can. Which they can. With the Chain Stun just being very, very strong right now, the rest of the options afterwards just feel a little bit lesser when compared to Zinx or Muriel. Muriel still being above Zinx, in my opinion.
100%. Muriel's so good. Her ability to put the shield and give all that extra armor across the whole team with the lower cooldown and how she doesn't need Kalari.
Okay, so they do pick up, I'm guessing, solo lane Kalari here. We have seen solo lane Rampage, but it's not very traditional, especially because it negates one of his full abilities, the in-jungle sustain. I'm guessing it's Kalari solo lane into a Severog, which is a little questionable in my opinion. Kalari is going to be having a fair amount of damage to level 1, but Severog just is going to outscale her. Kalari's not going to be able to really fight that Sev in any way that I can think of, unless I mean, I'm not extremely familiar with Kalari. I haven't seen a lot of her recently. She hasn't been shown a lot here, and it's very interesting to see her pick. They pick Grimlax last time. They pick Kalari here. Things that haven't been seen for a little bit are popping their heads. The Grux.
I just don't get it. There's too much of a CC meta for Kalari, and she's so vulnerable.
I agree. I don't think it's the right pick here. I think something like a Steel would be okay. I think Kwang would be great. We saw Kwang do standing his ground and winning, or standing his ground winning due to team rolling during mid game, but standing his ground in that lane against the Severog. I question the Kalari most definitely, but we have the Grux pick from Guile Esports. It's not really shocking there. Severroot into smash and grab and
then a
Zinx, whatever, and they got the Zinx.
On the seventh pick. On the 7th pick, they got Zinx.
That shouldn't have happened. Should not have happened. But I mean, it's also very, very nasty if you think about it, because now you have another form of ranged engage along with the subjugate, along with the pseudo range smash and grab, phase slow. They have a lot going for the composition now in the form of separating people, taking picks, and even during team fights for the AoE wham bam thank you ma'am that Sev, Faye, and Grux can perform here. On the other hand, I mean, I don't even know what we're gonna see. Steel support. They are liking their melee supports here. Like, I mean, as I said, melee supports can do work, but in a 2v2 lane, they tend to get poked out more. They're bigger targets a lot of the time. They can't really do much until they close a gap for a lot of the harass. So Zinx is going to be poking him down constantly whenever he shows his face. I'm expecting Murdoch on Galley Sports side and an Iggy and Scorch. What? Very interesting picks from Team Infinite. And by interested, I'm saying not really top tier. Iggy and Scorch, I also don't see really working well with this team comp. Iggy and Scorch definitely benefits from being able to set up, arrive at locations beforehand. He can work well with pit fighting comps if you're able to set up properly, but he works extremely well with reposition or pick taking comps as well, like Richter, Wraith, back it up, anything like that that allows to move someone into your turrets. Even Grux Smash and Grab can be really helpful for Iggy and Scorch, but we don't see that here. We see a Twin Blast come up from Guile as well.
Yes!
Yo, boy!
That's my boy! I love me some Twin. But I am just going to say this. Looking at the team comp of Infinite, this is my reaction right now. I don't get it. The only thing I can think of, to be 100% honest with it, is maybe they're experimenting because it's the regular season.
I mean, maybe. It's definitely possible, but even for experiments, I don't see the logic behind this. Maybe the idea that when Sev rotates, Kalari is going to keep split pushing. For that solo lane, I'm not entirely sure on it. Steal into Zinx because they're trying to negate some of the ability damage she can do. But even with that, I mean, I'd rather have a Deckers. Just anyone ranged could be more helpful here. Even a Narbash, like we saw last time, with ranged engage is more helpful to me than a Steel. Because Steel, he has a great ultimate, most definitely. But if you're playing in a lane like this, you're not just going to be, oh, ult, we win, that's the whole lane. No, there's going to be intermittent time of poking in between, and if you do get poked down beforehand, before you can even ult in or trade properly, you're not going to win even with the stun that AoE Shield Slam can bring. I question that. I question the Iggy and Scorch. Iggy and Scorch isn't terrible right now, but into a Faye, the way you countered Iggy and Scorch when he was broken was you played someone who poked. What does Faye do? Faye pokes. I mean, you played Gadget, you dropped bombs, you played Grim and ulted, you played Wraith and sniped. It didn't matter, you poked him down. And I mean, Iggy is going to have to be very, very careful using his turrets properly, using them to body block shots from the Harvest Nettles, position himself behind them to block line of fire of the Harvest Nettles as well. Could be very helpful, and making sure to punish Faye whenever she comes up for a poke. If they don't, they're going to be in a big world of hurt, especially with that fly trap, and the CC that's apparent there to keep him, the Blaze, out of the picture towards the end of his life.
The Harvest Nettles into the Untamed Growth, into the fly trap, into the Bramble Patch, back into the Harvest Nettles with a couple autos. That's a lot of damage, and I don't know. I don't get it, but I'm ready. I'm at 7 seconds in game. I believe you are.
Let's do it.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Paragon Fight Night Season 2, Week 3, Guile Esports versus Infinite. Why don't you go ahead and introduce everyone on the left-hand side for me here, buddy?
Over on the left-hand side, we have Team Infinite, Scruffy Rock in that mid lane, Christmas Cheer, Iggy and Scorch, Dismay now on the Revenant, swapping out that carry, it seems. Fathom on the Steel. Nice, very white skin there. Ian Fidalgo with the Copper Beast Rampage. One of my favorites, skin. Actually.
Love that.
I talked to Deli about it, and Deli was like, "It looks like he has a moss on him."
Hold on, I'm zooming in. Hold on, zooming in.
It's Kalari support.
Rip.
Kalari support. Definitely not something that's extremely common. I like this Steel solo lane more than a Kalari solo lane, but I really question the Kalari support here. We're not going to even get into that. How about you introduce Guile Esports, Eddie?
We have Ghost on my boy, my man, the one, the only, the Twin Blast. Azion FaZe, Lucier on the very strong support in the, look at that skin. The Black Owl, Zinx, Regal on the Reaper himself, Severod, and Edok on Grux. Faye See, this is going to be interesting because Faye does have that poke mid lane. Azzy is going to be able to poke the hell out of her. It's just knowing Azzy and how you're able to counter an Iggy, as you said earlier, is not let Iggy get the 2 or 3 turrets set up inside you and you really can't do anything. So once he gets that Bramble Patch and that Harvest Nettles up to level 2, she's going to be able to shove Scruffy right back.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I will say in addition, Azzy shows great wave manipulation in general. The last game was a prime example of it with the wave cutting they were doing, even taking damage to do it, to freeze their wave in front of their tower and make the enemy mid laner overextend if they want farm or for really anything else. And that is going to be a key here with the game.
Woo! Look at that rock. Lucia could be in a little bit of trouble. Twin blast. Rat, tat, tat, tat. You shall not. Not letting him in, supporting.
Over in the solo lane, a gank as well on the map. The 7K does land along with the smashing grab. It's looking bad for him. One more CC. The crush does it into some death, baby. Simultaneous ganks on other sides. Amphidogo once again babying that duo lane, while IDOC is going hard for the solo.
Very interesting, man. A much different match than we saw in game 1. A lot more aggressive. We had 1 kill game 1, 7 minutes in, and it took less than 2.5 minutes for 2 ganks as we go on. We saw some D's flying around, but as Rigo working on, did he get those stacks early? I can't even tell. I wish we could tell again.
Oh yeah, but it looks like IDOC might be trying to move around the side here. No, they do not. Look at the health difference mid lane. As actually there's an engage in the river collapse.
Ian into trouble, trying to run by it. Here comes Swim Blast. Tat 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 tat. Squirt gun, squirt gun, squirt gun. Is he gonna be able to get away? Running out of the jungle, and he is able to run away.
Just barely, as he was out of mana for the Harvest Nettles. That feels bad. Wasted the last of it on, not wasted, but used the last of it on a Bramble Patch. Didn't have the range anymore with the Harvest Nettles to secure the kill. Really does feel bad, but like, whoa. If you saw the differences in health mid, another skirmish in the jungle.
And just
baby
backing each other off. Kalari just comes in and says, hey, get out of my jungle. You know who I am? I'm the assassin. I saw something. Oh, Alan flipping a little bit trouble. Substitute goes in, does turn around, hits him with the shield. Oh, I'm sorry, the bulwark. Bulwark? Bulwark. Right? No, shield bash. I'm sorry. Shield bash. And said, just get away from me.
Bulwark is the actual pulling up with the shield.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what this duo lane is. What the idea behind it is. And it's like, you're setting Rev on the defensive. You're letting him farm. If you're talking Revenant in general, once he hits level 5, he can deal with a 1v2 specifically because of the Reckoning allowing it to make a 1v1. He can really be self-sufficient over there. But this early on, he's going to need some support. But if the idea is to get him to that level 5 and then use Kalari to ult across the map,
as he taking the big D from Ian Finago coming in, trying to frag, trying to go. Oh, the fly trap with the Harvest Nettles. Good night, sweetheart Scruffy. It's time to go. And we see Kalari going into the jungle, working on Enoch right now. Oh, there goes that uppercut, hits him in the face. He is invisible, but he's not done with Enoch. Going in on him. Thirsty, hungry, a little bit of starving. Gotta be careful. Here comes the rotation coming over right now. Did he get it? Oh, takes a rock to the very able to secure the kill right there. Ghost coming in. We did see the power of Zinx. He hit that stun and hit all 3 out of 4 of them, I believe. And now they're all spread out. They got to be careful here. They're each going a different way. Tower. Fathom coming in, chasing down Ghost, going after him. Ghost was able to skirt away. That's why I love me some Twin Blast and the Tom Cruise running. You know what? I'm calling it right now. When I lose my weight, I'm going to be a 40-something Twin Blast, a slightly overweight Twin Blast. That's my cosplay for next year.
Well, there we go. Confirmed. Huddy has to now cosplay Twin Blast as soon as he finishes.
2018 TwitchCon. Let's go.
No matter how much weight you do lose, you have to cosplay Twin Blast.
I'm either going to be there.
Now I'm kind of rooting for your failure. I want like.
Yeah,
I want the dad bod blast rocking it. That would that'd be amazing. But
Fathom and Regal going at it right now. Steel Bass hitting them in. Regal just not even care, moving in a little bit of time. Does land that subjugate. Here comes the hammer. Knocks him into the wall. Oh, he's in the steel slam, just trying to get away against Fathom. Running around, and he's not going to be able to get away. Nice play by Fathom. Secured the kill. Followed him all the way down.
I really question that extended fight with Steel, specifically because he was 2 levels behind at that point, did not have ultimate. If he was level 5 going to a level 6, I'd say, okay, cool, do what you want. But a gank into left lane as we speak.
Twin Blast coming in, he's trying to run away. Twin Blast got his Nikes on, following Dismay and Ghost as he jumps into the jungle. He's running, he might be able to get out. Kalari missing the dagger as Kalari zinks in the back lane. Going over, trying to slow him down, jumping over Twin Blast as he coming over and protecting the pretty boy, Twin Blast. And Herc, don't you be hating on my boy Twin. Twin does a lot of damage. He's a hyper carry. He comes down a lot later. Fathom going in, Regal going into the tower. Accidentally taking a little bit of damage, trying to do everything he can to take that tower down. Down to about 20%. Not going to get out here. Probably a wave or 2 away. Fathom and Regal going back and forth. Look at him slugging it out like a bunch of heavyweights. Subjugate into the site, and Fathom having to use the steel slam to try to get away. He's not going to get away. Regal's not done with him. Give me those stacks. 1, 2, 3. Nice job by Regal. Regal put on a clinic on why Steel should not be solo lane.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a difference in levels, it's a difference in picks, and rotation time spent when it could be used for farming. In the end, it is what it is, and at this point, Fathom is behind. Fathom needs to respect that, and Fathom needs to honestly play on the back, because at this point, he is giving free stacks to people. He had his ulti there, but you're very far behind in levels. The level disadvantage there with damage, with health difference, it's moderately large. You need to respect that, and we didn't see that coming out from Fathom at all. In addition, while you were talking, we saw another gank mid from Idoc onto Scruffy, immediate deletion. Exactly what I'd expect with a Faye and a Grux here. I talked before, I said the combo is dirty. It is nasty, to say the least. I mean, Scruffy really doesn't stand a chance. We have a Fangtooth coming out, but nearly no contestation from Team Infinite. Iggy notices there, places the ward to get vision, but no one's even rotating. People farming, there's counter jungling. They're giving it over. I don't blame them.
No, you couldn't go and you suiciding on it. It would have been 4-on-1, maybe 4-on-2. They were all in our Guile secured the objective, playing with our counterpart. Sylphin likes to say, playing the mobile game, getting the objectives, and Fangtooth is still very strong.
Oh, it was definitely due a lack of positioning for that. It came up, and Guile Esports was there ready for it. Infinite was farming. Infinite was spread out. They weren't prepared. They weren't even. They may have been contemplating it, but it didn't look like they were ready for that Fangtooth to spawn.
Ooh, as he's using a fly trap, trying to keep Kalari off her. He's a little boom right now. Could be in a little bit of trouble. As he's dancing, looking like pretty boy. Oh my God! Oh, what did just happen? What is going on? Just so much damage is deletion. Oh, wowzers. 3-0 in favor of Guile. Absolutely obliterating the team right there. And of course, the camera got stuck in the wall on me mid-replay. I am sorry. Wow. Azzy jabaited the hell out of Fidago and Fallon there.
So Orb Prime did just spawn. We definitely, both mid lane towers are still up at this point in the game. They're a 1-man up. They're going to be forcing down this mid lane. Left lane, I can't really tell if it's set for or against. I think it's set against Guile Esports right now, so they will have to be responding to that. While Regal provides heavy pressure on the right lane and takes it down. Next pick series, I'm expecting a Prime. They keep wave pressure for them. They get a pick or 2. They go Prime. They take it, shove it down mid. That's why I see coming.
Let's take a second right here. I'm going to show a quick replay. We'll be right back. We're going to fix some of these glitches. Probably a wave or 2 away. Fathom and Regal going back and forth. Look at him slugging it out like a bunch of heavyweights. Subjugate into the site, and Fathom having to use the steel slam to try to get away. He's not going to get away. Regal's not done with him. Give me those stacks. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, I think I'm good.
3, 2, 1, go. Go back. Just trying to fix some of those replays for you guys right there. Those replay bugs. So as he did go down, but a 3-for-1, I think she'll take it all day, every day. And right now, I am going in, just trying to pick on Azzy. Azzy's already a level 8. Has to be careful. Faye already has Call of the Week, Invader Mage, and Possessed Sprite now. So what would this? Oh my god! They're still going at it. Look at this. How often do you see a Faye challenge a Kalari? Going
Or other way around.
A fly trap. She's one nettle away from killing him. Striding goes into the plane. Oh, can she hit him? All they have to hit him once. They are going for Prime. So stalling right now, pushing over the Prime. Dang with it. Oh, Fathom going in with a nice shield flip. Not going to have it. Got to be careful. Look at Prime, because they are so low level. Look how much damage this is. Scruffy's going down. That is going to be a team wipe in favor of Guile Esports, and they got the Prime, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, Infinite just looks like they're being solely outclassed.
I mean, most definitely. And I get the thought process there. There's a Prime up there at a deficit. They want to pick this while they have an opportunity and wave pressure, at least in the waves nearby. They're distracting Azzy with Kylum as they were going forward. But at the same time, they aren't extremely strong. They took a lot of damage from that Prime, and it was easy cleanup from Guile Esports. If I were them instead, I probably would have put a ward down, backed out, and waited for the opportunity, positioned around it, maybe set a lane.
Ghost takes a rock to the face. Regal coming up and trying to push him up. Nice job. I agree with you 100%. Should have baited Prime.
Well, not exactly either baited Prime or set it, waited for Guile to start it, get damage, and then go in with that deficit against Guile already set. Because they are behind. They need every edge they can get here, and if it's a straight 5v5, especially with a Faye and a Crux, you're going to be having a hard time. There's probably going to be a few great CCs that turn the fight against you. So try to get Prime to do some of your for you, maybe. That's a maybe, but we do have a pick onto Dismay immediately. Wow, and an ult on the Fathom.
We're able to take him out, take him shields back. Oh, nice job. Goes in, does take out Ghost. Ghost is done. Fathom does die for it, but he did secure 2 kills, and then clean up mid lane. Team Guile, Fathom, Kylum, and Ian Fidego all go down. I thought he did get 2 people. He did only secure 1 kill. I apologize. Going in, they are going to get the center and hit. They have 50 seconds left of Prime. And it being so early in the game, the respawn timers are just too soon, so they're not going to be able to end here, but they're going to go try to get the second objective and then probably beeline straight for things.
I love this right here, the jungle raid. We see a lot of the top teams doing it. You take that into back off, and everyone in your team ransacks the enemy jungle. Nothing's left. No green buff, not a tiny jungle minion who's there. You take that economy off the field. You take the safe farm, or safe in quotations farm, off the field of the enemy jungle, of the enemy carry, and you get it for yourself. Top gain in your favor that costs you literally nothing. At this point, they don't need to take down T2s. The reason why they didn't rotate and focus that T2, they don't need to take them down. They already took out jump pads. Melting through a T2, no one's really going to defend it in a hardcore siege anyways, so melting through that's just going to take a few seconds. Pushing up to inhib, they didn't really have enough time to take the full inhib itself, so instead they got economy rotated. Wow.
Rip
Did you see
Kalari.
that damage? Yeah.
Rip Kalari. She tried to get away.
And Iggy going down next. I mean, they're at such a deficit right now. There's not much they can do in any front. They're 30,000 gold behind. Guile is picking and keeping the respawn timers up, walking through towers.
Look at Azzy
to intimidate.
Azzy not caring, goes through just eating up tower damage. Want to secure the kill there on Fathom. Fathom's like, leave me alone! Trying to get away. He was able to get away. Again, we're only at 15 minutes in a middle inhib sound. They are clearly in the driver's seat with 13 kills and over 17 left. Oh, nice that he does drop. Oh, my gentle Jesus.
That may have been a slight overestimation of, what is the right word? I think it is, of what towers can do, because Kevin was like, I'm in the tower, I shall be, oh, I'm dead. The tower didn't do anything for me as the enemy team is fed.
And Scruffy's just inting at this point, diving in, suiciding into it to end the game. Guys, you gotta play the game. You gotta just have some fun. Fathom goes in. I don't know what's going on with all the replay bugs. Fathom did die.
Dies. That's what matters. I mean, in the end, if a game gets to a point where there's no succeeding, you kind of just have to take a few people with you, you know? Try to harass, try to get some picks, get a kill, have a blast with it, because it is a game in the end. And Kyle's just going for it. The respawn timer's on such low cooldown.
going right back in. They're going for the second inhibitor right now. 15 minutes in. They have a small wave of minions. Not a lot of waves. Kyle's going. Oh, smashing right there. But he's going to take tower. Oh, no. And he is able to get away. The tower damage was going in there and hitting him. And Kylan is just in another realm. He's going straight for the kill. Pure play. He's going to be the smash grab. Nope. Thank you. Edot was waiting as he was here to support him. Got the kill. 2 inhibitors on, pushing in right now. Gal Esports showing why they're in the #1 driver's seat right now in the pro division with an estimated $500 prize pool by the end of the season. Guys, once again, exclamation point, Matcherino. To get this prize pool up, the code is on the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Right now, I can't click on anything. Edoc's a little off. I'm going to do a quick replay and get rid of some of these bugs. We'll be right back.
Don't need to take down T2s. The reason why they didn't rotate and focus that T2, they don't need to take them down. They already took out jump pads. Melting through a T2, no one's really going to defend it in a hardcore siege anyways, so melting through that's just going to take a few seconds. Pushing up the inhib, they didn't really have enough time to take the full inhib itself, so instead they got economy rotated. Wow.
And again, guys, please use that Master Arena code. Ifidalgo. Edot was just in there, absolutely obliterates him. That's not how you're going to challenge meds, by just getting beat like a bad monkey in a B movie.
Let's not go that far. But, I mean, there's a lot of reps here. Fathom mid into Azzy, the shield stun coming out. But, I mean, Faye has a very low cooldown, has very low cooldowns on those Harvest Nettles. He can chip away at Blade of Armor very, very quickly, as you just saw happen.
Yeah. Going in, and again, Guile has been in command of this game since about the 12-minute mark of game 1 and has not let go. Nice fly trap there by Aggie. Going in, oh, but the obliterate by this man was actually able to take down as he did get secure the kill here. Infidego in his King of the Jungle, throws the rock, missing everyone, trying to turn around and run. Now he's in no man's land. Lucier comes in and it hits him with that stun, secures the kill. Team wipe once again in favor of Guile. 28 kills to 4 in Guile. Wow.
I mean, they got a pick. They tried to make something happen. Honestly, it was their best chance. They took Azzy off the field. There was no fly trap left. But, I mean, this microplay wasn't there. The position wasn't there. And they face checked a few too many people through that fog wall, if you know what I mean. Definitely a game. That was definitely a game.
Yeah.
I mean, but looking at builds while we have a second, I want to mention once again, Fathom is actually running a order growth deck. We've seen these guys coming up, these builds coming up more. It opens up wards for your team. Excuse me, I had a burp there. It opens up wards for your team, and also they do work towards tank builds, whether or not you're actually building tanky, or whether or not you're actually a support here. They're not just a quote-unquote support card. So contemplate it. Think about it for your own build as well. On the other side, compensator rig on that Grux. That's something you see extreme amount of the time, especially with such a untanky build. He has the 300 extra health from compensator rig.
Yeah.
Probably scaling into something like a Unbroken Spirit, replacing that Blitz Rush or the Flame of Zetchim with it, most likely, to get a little bit more health, a little bit more tankiness off onto that. Definitely interesting card to see as well.
Just interesting. It really looks like Infinite was experimenting. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. They're experimenting. It is week 3 of a 10-week season into the playoffs. This was their second game, I believe, in the season. They were supposed to play Oxy. Unfortunately, they couldn't get a roster together this week, so they had to forfeit against Oxy. But they have a lot of good players. They got to pull it together. And I think Guile might be taking that next step. They might be putting...
I mean, like you said, they are the first-ranked team right now in Paragon Fight Night.
But it's interesting is all I have to say with those picks from Infinite. Well, guys, last week we had an epic 3-match battle between Oxy and Logic's new team. Why am I drawing a blank on his team again? Literally, I know this. Give me a second. Logic has the longest team name in the history.
You'll
Team
get it
Hawkbats
eventually.
Esports Association.
I call cheating.
The Team Hawkbats Esports Association. This is literally their team. They beat Oxy in game 1, lost a very close game 2, and game 3 Oxy took pretty easily. But
Oh yeah, I mean, I whether or not those games, I couldn't tell you if those games were due to Oxy not having the feed or trying to get a feel for Hawkbats or not. But Hawkbats performed very well and very cleanly in those games, by every single definition of those phrases. I mean, it was great to watch and great to cast, and I'm looking forward to their next performances.
should be interesting. Hawkbats will be playing Archon over the weekend as they rescheduled their match, and maybe we'll get that casted for you. We'll try to get a bonus cast in also, because I would like to see him play. But guys, exclamation point
Preferably.
Matcherino. We've only had literally 3 people use the code. It's right under Winkleton. The code is KLYN. Use that code. Bring it in. It's free money. It does raise the prize pool for these guys. All the Matcherino money goes to the teams. We have a $250 limit for them to use throughout the season. So make sure that you guys are using it. Once again, thank you to all our sponsors: Sylphin, Sneaky Paragon, Herbalife, that's helping me out with my lifestyle change and helping me go down. And I challenge
Helping you with your cosplays.
Yeah, Twin Blast cosplay.
I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm holding on to that, man.
I'll show you guys skinny Huddy from 10 years ago, where Herc says I do look like Twin Blast.
Oh gosh.
TwitchCon 2018 right here, guys.
Well, I hope to see it.
What do we got going this weekend? You have an event, right?
Yeah, we actually do have an event this weekend. The first Power Gaming Community Tournament. It's a solo duo queue tournament. Feel free to drop by. It's going to be streamed here as well live. Going to be from 12 onwards. We don't know when it's going to end. I'll be here for most of it as well, or if I'll be here for all of it probably. Casting it live for you guys, with you guys playing these games. It's going to be a blast to see. We have multiple Master League players in the mix and tons of community members. Drop on by, say hi.
Make sure you go to www.pwrgaming.com. Jump into Discord. Sign-ups, I believe, close tonight. So you still have a chance to sign up.
For the community event, all we have left are sub signups, I believe.
Okay, sub signups. I apologize. Sub signups end today, and we have Paragon Fight Night every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We go live about 9:30. And then January 20th and 21st, we have PML 12. PML 12 is open. Signups are now open. Make sure you jump on there and use it. We have some sponsors coming through for that. Once again, we'll get that prize pool raised up for you guys. Everything, all your competitive gaming needs for Paragon and other games to come soon. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Stay tuned. All right here with Power Gaming. Guys, thank you so much for jumping in. Use that Matcherino code. Winkleton has the semi-pro division Monday at 6:30 Eastern, I believe. Winkleton?
Caught me in the middle of something. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on Monday nights as well. Every once in a while, we might do a cast Tuesday. On top of that, whether for Division 3 or fill in the gap here or there. So feel free to drop by, say hi, and jam with us. Billy and I love the company.
Guys, and we are looking for help. So if anyone wants to help, we are growing incredibly fast. We have a lot of tournaments coming up. We're looking for casters. We're looking for admin help. So make sure you jump in, go to the website, fill it out. So guys, until we see you Saturday night, have a great evening. Be safe. And as always, good job. Later, everybody.
See you guys.
Cause I'm still young, looking in the mirror. Still trying to be the best of my era. Might get a bit tipsy, might mix a coke up with a whiskey. I'ma spend all my money, can't get enough, so sweet like honey. Tonight I'm spending my cash, and never look back, no never. Cause I'm still young, looking in the mirror. Still trying to be the best of my era. might get a bit tipsy, might mix a cold top with a whiskey. I'ma spend all my money, can't get enough, so sweet like.